This is Hannibal here with a UAP slash 3i Atlas news update. There's two things I'm going to go over. The first thing I'm going to go over today is there's another article out by Avi Loeb. We're still waiting for the NASA October 2nd images to come through, which are supposed to come through by Wednesday. Again, by that time, it's going to be over 6 weeks. But there's a couple more pictures he's put out, and the main thing that everyone's questioning right now is the outgassing and the jets of this thing now. Are they natural or aren't they? And why is it not losing mass if it is natural? Because it's picking up speed and has a lot of outgassing. It would be releasing giant dust particles, as he says there, but it's keeping the same size. So the only way to know more about this is for better pictures to come so they can do better measurements. But yesterday, a bunch of fans had sent me this article, also from medium.com, where Avi Loeb posts yesterday. And I didn't know much about this, and I said I was going to consult with some people I know more. Well, now I do know more. First of all, this was posted by someone called Earth Exists, which is someone basically saying Earth is a living organism, which it is. But my friend who knows a lot about this type of thing and is very level-headed does not believe that that article is legitimate. For instance, they put out those pictures and he put it through some filters, and he doesn't believe that it's real because the pictures don't meet basic clone detection. Just looking at them, the gradient doesn't seem legitimate, and some of them show signs of being retouched, like this one, for instance, where you can see the red here. It seems like they may have doubled some of the things on there. Some of the objects that they say there is more than one object, interstellar object right now, but whoever did this article or obtained those pictures seems to have possibly retouched some of those images. And again, that puts into some question the medium.com platform that Avi Loeb is using, because I guess I'm a huge supporter of Avi Loeb, and I guess he can get his message out fast using medium.com. But I guess there's no peer review on medium.com, and there's no necessary editorial standards. So, um, as I said yesterday, just seeing this on the same platform that Loeb uses made me think it could have been real. But upon further examination, well, their concept that this could be a Trojan horse type of thing that they've disguised so we don't pay enough attention to it until it's too late. I guess we'll find out if that concept's possible or not. I certainly hope it is just an unusual comet or something totally different than a comet that's just going to break up or just continue going through the solar system. Or if it's alien, that it's just observing us again and heading on its way out. And there is one point that a lot of people say about UAPs, that well, they've been observed, there's documentation they've been observing us for thousands of years and they've never done anything. But think about it this way, like 100, 150 years ago, look at the technology that we had. We're still on horses like 150 years ago, using muskets. Flight is only just becoming a reality. Now we have massive bombs. Supposedly, we're reverse engineering UFOs. We're going up into space. We're looking at colonizing Mars. We're throwing satellites up there. Of course, now more than ever, we're being observed by likely multiple different types of observers. So that's why I'm interested in it. There seems to be a lot of stuff going on underwater that it's interesting to think about if the UAP stuff, if it originates from underwater, if they just go underwater to refuel, if they go underwater because they have bases down there, they go underwater because that's the most like the planets where they're from that could be all underwater, and the atmosphere of Earth might affect them, and the gravity of Earth might affect them. It's very unusual, all the stuff going on, but if you actually research it 5 or 6 hours a day and don't just sit around saying, oh well, it's nothing because I do no research on it and I just assume the narrative that the government's been saying all along, that there's nothing to see here, but there was reasons why they said that. Of course you're not going to think it's real, but if you actually do research into it, as far as UAPs, I'm not saying the Three Eye Atlas is a UAP. Three Eye Atlas, I'm hoping that it is natural because I see nothing good about it being a UAP. Is there footage of it? No, there is high definition images of it that were taken around October 2nd, October 3rd around Mars by NASA. That will be the closest images ever taken of it, but those haven't been released yet. And it's interesting why I get it. Maybe NASA doesn't quite know what it is and they want to know more about it before they release it. But their public statement is that it's nothing. And what I wonder is they've released pictures of other things they've taken pictures of that are less controversial since the government shutdowns ends. But if this is nothing, why haven't they released it yet? And when I interviewed Paul Hellyer, the highest ranking government official to go public about the reality of UFOs back in 2016, he said he did not trust NASA, and they're of course monitoring it, and they of course know a lot about what's going on in the skies because they have the best technical ability to monitor it up there. But for whatever reason, whether it's all national security or there's other reasons, they don't. Maybe they just don't want us to panic. Maybe they don't want to let the cat out of the bag of what we know because we don't want to let other countries know what we know. Who knows? But I'm going to keep following it. And there's still drone activity going on. And to my knowledge, there's been no drones shot down yet. None of the mystery drones, anyways. Would they announce it? I don't know. But it seems like tensions are still running high. So I'll keep you updated. Have a great Sunday.